primary purpose of the VA is to ensure veterans are not only receiving benefits on health care when they need it, but to ensure their quality of everyday life can also be improved. So thank you for the work that you do there. Now, a question here, Dr. McGardo, right? Did I get that right? Okay, close enough. Please correct me on that one. I want to get it right. In your testimony, you mentioned the Special Adaptive Housing Grant Program has approved more than 2,000 grants, grant awards annually in 6 of the last 7 fiscal years. What do you attribute to the higher usage of this program, and do you think this will continue?
I'm going to turn it over to my colleague, Mr. Latona.
Okay.
Thank you for the question, sir. Yeah, definitely. It's true. Yeah. So in fiscal year 24, we approved over 2,300 grants, over $150 million. 96% of those were our larger grant, called the Special Adapted Housing Grant, $121,000. As far as the volume goes, one of the reasons I think is outreach. We have word of mouth is very popular among our veterans. So once they find out you can get a grant, I would say they'll share that information. But I would also say these partnerships that we have with our other VBA programs, like my colleagues here at the table, and the folks who are going to be on this next panel, our nonprofit partners, VSO partners, they spend a lot of time performing outreach and helping to carry the water for us to our veterans.
Excellent. Thank you for that. Now, do the programs you oversee interact with or serve veterans experiencing homelessness?
Not directly. Veterans for our program will usually either own a home or be residing with a family member.
Okay. Do you think there are some opportunities for partnership with other VA services, agencies, or even the private sector on this?
Definitely. We partner with many programs within VA, many folks who are here today, to make sure that we're providing a comprehensive benefit. We understand that these are lifelines to a lot of veterans. And a veteran who's coming to specially adapted housing for a housing adaptation may not know about the automobile grant or may not know about another grant. So we try to make sure we spread the word of all those, and we're ambassadors for all the programs in VA when we meet with them.
Do you have any example you can give me on how that is working in terms of the partnerships with local agencies or even the private sector? Maybe a good model that is working somewhere that we could replicate somewhere else?
Absolutely. We'll pull an example out of someone who's on the second panel. The Homes for Our Troops nonprofit organization provides homes for veterans who've been injured following 2001. In order for those veterans to be able to get that benefit from Homes for Our Troops, they need to be eligible for specially adapted housing. This requires us to work together. We review house plans to make sure that their home plans meet the requirements so we can expedite grant delivery.
And where is this happening?
All across the country.
All across the country. Huh? Yeah. Any Arizona good examples you could point me to so that I can...
We have many grants in Arizona. I don't have any in front of me right now, but
okay.
I can definitely provide examples.
Yeah, we'd love to get that just to know what's in our community and in my district specifically in CD6, and we can love to go and pay more attention to that and go see it. Can you, with the time I have left here, can you explain what the VA is doing to eliminate fraud, waste, and abuse, and specifically in the SAH program, to ensure that severely disabled veterans are getting what they need and bad actors are not taking advantage of the program?
Definitely, and thank you for that question. That's a very important area too. So one of the big steps we took recently was to remove third-party escrows. So what happens when a veteran receives their grant, a third-party escrow company or the VA would hold on to the money and disperse the funds as the project was completed to make sure that we weren't paying for work that wasn't completed. So rather than having third parties do this, which sometimes led to some funds being dispersed too quickly before work was done, and then we would have to try to recoup those funds, what we're doing now is VA holds those funds. We require a letter of satisfaction from the veteran, and we perform a compliance inspection before any funds are dispersed.
That's interesting. So who were these third parties doing this before?
Third parties, it was the veteran's choice.
The veteran's choice.
Was able to choose whatever attorney or bank they wanted to use, and they would usually be charged a fee. So this change also eliminated that fee.
Yeah. So less money flowed down to the final purpose with all the different steps on that. And with the little time I have left here, 15 seconds, did bringing this back in-house, did that add an additional staff member within the VA network, or how did that impact?
No, we performed with the existing staff.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.